halfway through book 3. Spoiler talk. Don't have the physical book. Do an ebook this time around. Same thing. All right. Why did I not even get a break from before I started crying? Like, literally 9 chapters in, I was bawling my eyes out. Like, what the other 2 books gave me half of a book to, like, be chill about things, and then brought in the emotion and tears and, like, everything else. No, this one was like, we're going straight for the heart and the jugular right off the bat, so that we can somewhat give you a little bit of happy moments. I got to use the pink highlight for the first time in this fucking series, okay? Which means I love the part, which is awesome, but sad at the same time. For one, Chuening is dead in this book. Right up to that, nine chapters in. And then that picture of him freaking carrying Moron on his back and everything. I'm just like, oh, you poor sweet baby. But this did help me out a little bit. This is just reaffirming that Mei Mei might be a piece of shit. I know everyone grieves in a very different way, and some people like to ignore that something like this has happened. Granted, yeah, I get it. However, I don't know why Mei Mei was like, I didn't actually want to tell Moron that Shizun was dead. The cousin was like straight up just going for it. And I was just like, yeah, you let him say a lot of shit, and you didn't even try to tell him that, hey, our teacher is like deceased now, so you should probably stop talking like you have the fucking chance. Because Mei Mei could have said something, and Moron would have listened to him, because he's fucking whipped. Half whipped now, because Chuening is now on the fucking table. Because yes, it took the person that you cared about 2 times dying for you to finally realize that maybe you were a piece of shit. Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of therapy, but like, who doesn't need therapy in a Dami book? Like, seriously, find me someone who doesn't need fucking therapy and just like are happy, content with their life. I've fucking, even Windmaster from the other series probably needed therapy, but that's a whole different thing. So when the whole situation happened and Shimei was more so worried about finding out what Moron wanted to tell him about that shit, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like maybe in the first timeline, you were genuinely a good person, but in this timeline, you're definitely a little shit. Something is kind of meh. This is all just hypothesis, by the way. This is not like generally anything. This is what I'm getting from the book. I could be 100% wrong, or I could be 50% wrong. Who fucking knows? We'll find out later. I do find it a little bit weird that when the monk showed up and told him that there is a possibility to bring back Chuening, only the cousin and Moron really seemed to like, be on board 110%, and Mei Mei was like kind of dragging his feet a little bit, being like, I really kind of don't want to, because we saw the cousin and Moron both kind of saying, yeah, I want to go get him, I want to save him, I want to bring him back, and like Mei Mei was just like asking general questions, because you should, because we don't know you. We don't know what this could do. This could be highly problematic. But I just feel like he really just didn't want to go until he kind of didn't really have a choice, because then it would seem weird that Mr. Goody didn't want to help his teacher, so he kind of had a choice to do it. But I was really glad that Moron was the one to find Chuening's soul, because I feel like Mei Mei will 100% not really be devoted to bringing his soul back. And this could just be the way he grieves and stuff like that and everything, but like, to show barely anything and not to really tell Moron before he's put his fucking foot in his mouth and everything, it's just like, to me, it felt really weird. Also, the bad guy has the water elemental, and like, how many times have they confirmed that Shimei has fucking water elemental? Like, 3 times, alright? So like, it's either a red herring or it's fucking Mei Mei, alright? He's just a little fucking shit. I don't hate him, okay? It's just, he giving me the villain vibes. And the last time there was a character in Adame that smiled a lot and like wanted to help people, that was from the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. We all know what that motherfucker did. Give these motherfuckers an Oscar for their acting abilities, though. I want to be proven wrong about Mei Mei. I really do. I want to be wrong about him being the bad guy doing all this shit for petty fucking reasons. Because yes, let me speed up the timeline where I'm supposed to be dead by having the guy who is 3 years weaker than when he was the first time around to save me. Because that fucking makes sense how. The bad guy's plan really just seems not really thought through. So it's kind of messy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very messy plan. Like, he didn't think any of this through. And again, protect, save Mei Mei. Okay, but what happens when Moron dies, like he's dead? No one's gonna protect Mei Mei, because you think the cousin's gonna fucking do it? No. Chuening eventually has to die, because, I don't know, something about, like, you can't stop people from dying in the timeline. Eventually they will die. Just, you can prolong their life, but eventually they have to die. Because, I mean, technically, I don't know how this is going to work, because Chuening is already dead, but he's probably going to come back to life, because again, there's like 7 books. So, like, he can't be dead. But I'm just saying that Mei Mei eventually has to fucking die. Because after those 3 years are done, bro, what are you going to fucking do? your spirit should be gone. It would be a whole different system in the underworld. I don't fucking know. Although, they did try to pin the blame on the sins on Moron. But I'm just like, well, technically, in this timeline, he hasn't done anything. So, can you really punish him? Because, like, this soul hasn't committed atrocities. His older 33-year-old fucking soul did a lot of fucking shit and killed a lot of fucking people. Granted, some of them might have deserved it. I'm talking about that SQ bitch, you know, how she tortured Chuening. Yeah, here's the thing. Only Moron can fuck with him. Literally and physically, okay? Only he can fuck with him, all right? He literally said Chuening is mine. He's mine. He's like a great little toy, okay? You fucked with him. And, like, he killed one of your servants and then you. So I'm not really surprised, nor do I miss you. Rubbed me the wrong way how she was like, I look like she may. And I'm just like, barely, bitch. Your lips apparently were the only thing that resembled him. Like, he didn't even like your voice. So, your lips were the only thing that saved your ass. He just didn't like you. And the fact that you pushed your fucking luck, that when Chuening finally died, and you were like, we should probably just, like, you know, bury his body and forget about him because, like, this is pathetic. And I worried about you. I'm just like, no, I approved of him murdering you. Yeah, I'm just like, look, if I don't like a character, I just want them dead. Simple as that. Actually, I never really wanted to kill Mu Ching. Not really. Just wanted him to go away. Never wanted him to be, like, dead, I think. I did want Hwa-chan to beat the fuck out of them, though. So does that count? I don't know. But, like, a lot of these book characters in this series, I kind of want them to be dead. So, because I feel bad for Chuening and Moron. Speaking of which, we probably need to discuss the fact that both of these idiots are too sacrificial for themselves. Chuening literally got kicked out of his fucking school by his monk master because he was too worried about the people and not himself. And I'm like, yeah, how can you value others' lives if you can't even value yourself? Like, that needs to be worked on. Hopefully, after being reincarnated, again, you'll fix that. And I'm glad that Moron's finally having character development. He's like, oh, I was a piece of shit. I finally got to tell Shizun that I got the flower because I thought he was pretty and, like, stuff like that. And I even have a fucking poem in my head. Like, bro, you were down bad so hard. And it took him dying twice for you to finally realize that you might not actually hate him. Now, if you can only figure out that you're fucking in love with him, because I'm sick and tired of this fucking mouse game. I really am. But hopefully that happens. Also, the fact that Chuening is the one that made the fucking dumplings. And I'm just like, so you know how to cook. Bro, what the fuck? You know, Mei could have left hints being like, oh yeah, Shizun makes the dumplings for you. So maybe you should stop being kind of harsh on him, because he goes from, like, you should see how he cares about you to not. Like, they keep telling him that Shizun cares about him, but they never gave fucking examples until he was dead. Like, y'all need communication skills. Granted, you're a fucking teenager, so you probably don't know how to do that. But, like, bro, try hard next time. So here's hoping that this next part of the book has more character development for Chuening and Moron's relationship, and that Moron is more talkative with Chuening and explains things, and maybe I'm a little hopeful that Chuening remembers some of the talks they had when he was technically dead, just so that we could speed this up a little bit. But who knows? The author for this fucking series loves torturing their readers. I really, really don't want to cry anymore. I would be more surprised if I don't cry in any of these books. Anyway, wish me luck. Bye. Quick warning, so this is the second round that I'm filming this because TikTok refuses to, you know, let the other one go live that I did last Tuesday. So I'm also currently on book 4 right now. Just trying to let y'all know. I'm sorry that if I mentioned something that's happening in book 4 with book 3, I'm trying to keep it separate. But, like, it's been a while. So other than that, finish book 3, spoiler talk time. So, love the progress in Chuening and Moron's relations. I love the fact that Moron finally realized his actual feelings for Chuening and only took the person that he loved to die twice for him to figure it out. I'm glad that he's finally realizing, hey, I'm like a 30-year-old man stuck in a teenager's body. I should probably actually act my mental age, because I've already done that, all that crap. So, let's live a better life, because I almost wasn't allowed into the underworld because, God, I might have committed a lot of sins. And I'm like, yeah, that was a very creepy thing. Also, love the fact that when he finally found Chuening, he got smacked in the face a little bit. Because granted, Chuening was validated on that one hit. That one hit only. And I'll mention it later. Because, hey, if I sacrificed my well-being in life for the person that I loved and carried your fucking ass up, what was it, 3,000 fucking steps, I would be kind of pissed if you died right after me. Also, note that the 3,000 steps was counted in book 4, so I'm just letting y'all know. I found out how many steps it was, and bro, Next time, don't build your fucking sect on a damn ass mountain. Chu Wenning really didn't believe Moron for whatever fucking reason. And I'm just like, bro, he's literally on his knees asking you to come home with him. And he counted to 3 multiple times. And like, sweetie, I love the fact that you're asking his permission, but right now, this is the time that you snatch and run. Because you have 10 minutes before people notice that there's no guards. So we need to get the fuck out. Also, this whole fucking situation was a little bit funny, but also creepy at the same time, because the 4th Ghost King made me want to fist fight him. Yeah, this book, not only do we get backstory on Moron's like life and how like rough he had it with his mom and stuff like that, because people are pieces of shit, and I already fucking knew that. I don't really like humanity for lots of reasons. And I'm just like, there's this Ghost King who steals people in death and forces them to serve him. And if he doesn't like you, he lets the soldiers have you. And because of that, we run into fucking RJ. RJ being the little motherfucker that Moron was messing with in the first book. That, you know, they had that sort of thing going on. I'm referring to him as RJ because I can't remember his name. And I'm not going to use his job profession as his title either, because I'm pretty sure that's the reason why TikTok has my other video under review. So I felt a little bad for him, you know, at 16 being sold into that line of work. I get it. And the fact that he kind of got fucked over because Moron stole from him. Yeah, I get that too. However, you trusted that one dude who was a stupid son of a bitch. Granted, you never knew what love was. And I could kind of tell that RJ was a little bit jealous that Moron actually gave a fuck about Chu Wenning and seemed to wholeheartedly love him. Because one thing I learned from this 1/3 book is that Moron was definitely born to give love. Like, that boy has so much love to give, but the world was so fucking mean to him. I'm gonna let him get a little pass on some of the murders that he might have committed when he was the emperor. Just a little bit, okay? Like, I understand where your mind was and what happened and everything. I get it. However, you still did a lot of fucked up shit. So, bad Moron, bad. But, like, Moron was definitely ride or die, trying to get Chu Wenning out. And then they were like, let's take RJ with us because he deserves a chance. Like, see, he showed him mercy, and RJ backstabs this son of a bitch because he's like, I'm going to tell Chu Wenning what our relationship was. It was like, honey, you barely had a relationship in the first place. You're basically nothing but buddies in bed. So, like, let's not do this. You could have a decent life if you kept your mouth shut. Moron, he figured this shit out. So he's like, oh, he's going to try to do shit. I'm going to tell Chu Wenning what happened. And, like, technically he already punished me because that's why I got whipped a couple of times on that little thing. That's like what happened in book 1. So maybe he won't be mad at me, but I'm going to tell him the truth because I told him I wouldn't lie and be like a really good disciple. So, you know, he does. And Chu Wenning's even kind of annoyed by this. He's like, okay, you already got punished for it. So why are we bringing up the past? I'm like, right, sweetie. Why are we bringing up the past? And why do we think he should be punished for something that you already punished him for? Remember, he said, why are we bringing up the past? It doesn't matter. You already served your punishment. It's like, okay. RJ starts tweeting in his little fucking head. And then all of a sudden, he gets fucking pissed at Moron. And he wants to hit him with a whip. And then he actually does. He smacks him in the fucking face with a whip and cuts his fucking cheek. That whenever he smiles, because the boy likes to smile a lot at Chu Wenning specifically now. And I'm just like, are we gonna apologize for that? Because, like, you fell for RJ. Even RJ was like, oh, Moron actually told you about what our relationship was? And, like, he was kind of mad that he's like, yeah, I know. Why are you both bringing it up? And then RJ's like, oh, I can read through you like a fucking boy. You are a jealous son of a bitch. I'm going to use that. Make a distraction. And then go snitch on you again. This is the second time this motherfucker snitched on them, by the way. I'm getting heated remembering that. And what they were finding, Moron was just basically like, I didn't lie. Chu Wenning just kept calling him a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. I was just like, sweetie, no. Shut the fuck up for like a second. Like, I love you. Like, I know you're going through some things and your soul's been split into 4 pieces. However, let's reel that emotion back in real quick because we're trying to hide, not get busted. And then after this whole situation, you know, Moron's like, you know, it's okay, Shizun. I know. It's all right. He likes to cause drama. It's fine. And Chu Wenning didn't even apologize because I know he doesn't like apologizing because he has a very thin face. But, like, bro, can you at least say, I am sorry for jumping to conclusions? Not apologizing for the action, but just doing it. He needs people. He needs to learn how to people. He needs to fucking learn how to people. Hey, maybe he will learn in the 5 years that it will take to bring his life back. But before we get into that, I love the fact that it is confirmed that these 2 motherfuckers are actually married because they were able to cross the barrier from the Ghost King. You would think they would have it out on file that this motherfucker was married, so that you would stop stealing people off the streets because you thought they were pretty. You sick son of a bitch. Only Ghost Kings that I trust would always be Watchwater and Blackwater. Just saying. The 4th Ghost King and the 9th Ghost King, I already want to fucking fist fight. Anyway, love the fact that it was validated, and hopefully Chuening remembers everything that happened in the underworld, and, you know, when he found out why Moron picked the flower, and that he knew that he makes them the wontons and stuff like that. I hope he remembers all of that, because I do not want any of the progress we made get flung out the window and start from the beginning, because that is fucking bullshit. But of course, already, I know this in 4th book. Like I said, we're gonna have time jumps. Anyway, we are jumping. 5 years. Why is 5 years always like the one number that people use? Because this is like the 3rd Dame series where the main character has died and come back to life. Like, that is such a trope in this series. And like everywhere else in Dame in general. And like, I guess they're just like, they die, but they come back to life. So let's hope nobody that I actually care about dies. I already want to start talking about the 4th book, because again, I'm almost like 50 pages into that one. So I'm gonna reel that back in. Love the fact that their marriage is validated. Hopefully Chuening learns to grow a little bit, because Moron seems to find anything. I am 30 years old and I'm going to start acting like it, and I'm going to treat him right. I'm going to cherish him. I'm basically almost confessing my love towards him. And I'm just like, okay, now Chuening needs to learn how to people, because that's one of the problems right now. All right? I am fucking surprised that Moron is the one that I'm relying on to grow this relationship. Oh my God, help me. So far, so good. And I'm really liking what the 4th book is bringing. Again, I'm already reading it ahead because of what fucking TikTok did. So we're steaming ahead, and I might push my luck and try to read the 5th book by the end of the month as well. So then I'm almost caught up. All right. I want the 4th book to be somewhat happy. Okay. Can I be in a bubble? Just keep me in a bubble for one. Like, there was a lot of emotional trauma in this book. And again, I feel so bad for Moron and his mom. Like, holy cow. Also, his cousin should have been told that his life was really bad, because he's still a little bit of a son of a bitch. And Mei needs to stay the fuck away. Okay, again, I have already started reading the 4th book, and I already don't like him, and I'm already suspicious of him. He could be innocent bystander. I don't fucking care. Mei is the problem. Anyway, here's hoping that Chuening and Moron's relationship goes up and not down again. Don't let this be a roller coaster for me, okay? I already know I'm probably gonna cry in the 4th book. Bring it on, motherfuckers! Anyway, have a nice night.